If you run a small or mid-sized business, you probably heard the same promise 100 times. AI will save you time, cut costs, and magically make everything smoother. But what does that actually mean on a Tuesday afternoon when you're juggling customers, invoices, hiring, and a website that still needs updates?
Exactly. And it's easy to get stuck on the question, what AI tool should I buy? When the better question might be, what problem am I trying to solve, and what process do I want to improve?
So today we're going to break this down in plain language. We'll talk about AI in small and mid-sized businesses, and we'll separate two things that get mashed together all the time: AI as a tool and AI as a process change.
And we'll keep it practical. Not AI will transform everything, but here are the specific ways it can make your business more efficient and more effective, with some guardrails so it doesn't create new headaches.
Let's start with a simple definition. When most people say AI, they mean software that can generate text, summarize, classify, predict, or automate decisions using patterns from data. In an SMB setting, that often shows up as chatbots, writing assistants, forecasting tools, or automation features embedded in software you already use.
And here's the first big mindset shift. AI isn't one thing. There's the flashy ask-it-anything type of AI, and there's the quieter AI that's already inside your accounting platform, your CRM, your email marketing tool, or your help desk.
Now, you hear two words a lot: efficiency and effectiveness. Efficiency is doing the same work with less time, less cost, fewer steps. Effectiveness is doing the right work, getting better outcomes, happier customers, higher conversion rates, fewer errors, better decisions.
So AI can help with both, but in different ways. Efficiency typically comes from automation and faster execution. Effectiveness tends to come from better insight, better targeting, and better consistency.
Let's talk about AI as a tool first, because that's where most people start. Tools are attractive because you can try them today. You can open a browser, paste some text, and instantly get something useful.
Right, but SMBs need a way to judge whether a tool is actually helping. A good quick test is, does it reduce cycle time, reduce mistakes, or raise the quality of output in a way that your customer or your team can feel?
Here are a few tool-style wins that show up again and again. First, customer support. A basic AI assistant can draft replies, suggest knowledge-based articles, summarize long email threads, and route tickets. Even if you don't deploy a full chatbot, just having AI help your team respond faster can cut hours every week.
Second, marketing content and sales outreach. AI can turn a product description into 5 variations, adapt messaging to different customer segments, and help your sales representatives write follow-ups that don't take 20 minutes each. The key is you're not outsourcing your brand voice. You're speeding up the first draft.
Third, back office work. Think invoices, expense categorization, meeting notes, scheduling, drafting policies, summarizing contracts. It's the paperwork layer of the business, and AI can shrink it substantially.
And fourth, analytics and reporting. Many SMBs have data scattered across systems, and the reporting effort becomes a monthly pain. AI can help by summarizing performance, spotting anomalies, and generating plain language explanations of what changed and why it matters.
Now, here's the catch. If you treat AI purely as a tool, you might get small wins, but you'll also hit limits fast. People try a chatbot, it's cool for a week, and then the novelty wears off. That's where AI as a process comes in.
AI as a process means designing repeatable ways for your business to use AI safely and consistently. It's not just use this app, it's here's how work flows through the business now, and here's where AI fits to reduce friction.
Let's make it tangible. Imagine your current process for responding to leads. A lead comes in, someone reviews it, someone drafts an email, someone schedules a call, someone takes notes, someone sends a follow-up. If you're lucky, someone updates the CRM.
An AI tool can help draft the email. But an AI-enabled process redesign might look like, lead is categorized automatically, high-intent leads get a suggested response and call times, meeting notes are summarized automatically, follow-ups are drafted based on the transcript, and the CRM is updated with the key fields.
That's the difference. The tool gives you a faster email. The process gives you a faster revenue cycle, fewer drop balls, and cleaner data.
And that's where efficiency and effectiveness meet. Efficiency because tasks are reduced or accelerated. Effectiveness because the process becomes more consistent, and consistency is what customers feel.
So if you're listening and thinking, okay, where do I start? We'd suggest a simple framework. Step 1. Pick a workflow that happens a lot, not the once-a-quarter strategic planning meeting. Choose something daily or weekly.
Step 2. Find the bottleneck. Is it writing? Is it searching for information? Is it data entry? Is it approvals? Is it handoffs between people? AI is best when it removes friction from bottlenecks, not when it's sprinkled everywhere.
Step 3. Decide the role you want AI to play. There are a few common roles: drafting and summarizing, classifying and routing, extracting key fields, recommending next steps, or monitoring for exceptions.
And step 4. Set quality controls. This one matters. AI can be fast, but it can also be confidently wrong. So you define what needs human review, what can be auto-approved, and what kind of data can or cannot be used.
Let's talk about that human review piece, because SMB owners often ask, will AI replace my people? Most of the time, the immediate opportunity is not replacing. It's removing the low-value tasks that steal attention from work that requires judgment, relationships, and accountability.
But it does change roles. Somebody becomes the editor, the approver, the process owner. And you may need fewer hours of repetitive grunt work. If you ignore that reality, you'll get resentment. If you plan for it, you can upskill people and redeploy effort to higher impact areas.
A big trap is expecting AI to fix a messy process. If the underlying workflow is unclear, if responsibilities aren't defined, if the data is sloppy, AI won't magically make it clean. Sometimes AI simply speeds up the mess.
Yes, if your CRM fields are inconsistent, AI might generate inconsistent follow-ups. If your product catalog is outdated, AI will amplify outdated info. So part of AI readiness is boring but important: clean inputs, defined steps, and a clear definition of done.
Let's walk through a few mini-case examples, common SMB scenarios, so the difference between tool and process is really clear.
Scenario 1. A local services business, like vac, dental, landscaping, home renovation. They get calls, forms, and messages all day. The tool approach is using AI to draft responses and FAQs. The process approach is AI triages inquiries by urgency, pre-fills job details, suggests appointment windows, and generates a quote template that a human verifies.
Scenario 2. An e-commerce brand. Tool approach. AI writes product descriptions and ad variations. Process approach. AI analyzes reviews and returns to identify product issues, suggests FAQ updates, segments customers for retention campaigns, and creates weekly performance summaries that highlight what to do next, not just what happened.
Scenario 3. A B2B firm, maybe consulting, IT services, or a small manufacturer. Tool approach. AI drafts proposals. Process approach. AI builds a proposal from a structured discovery checklist, pulls approved language from a content library, flags risky claims, and creates a scope summary that's consistent across the team.
And notice what's common. The process approach reduces variance. It makes outcomes more predictable. That's effectiveness.
Now let's get into the real-world constraints SMBs face, because you don't have infinite budget or an AI department.
Constraint 1, time. You can't spend 6 months experimenting. So your AI projects need a short runway. A good target is something you can test in 2 weeks and evaluate in a month.
Constraint 2, data. Many SMBs don't have clean, centralized data. The practical solution is to start with workflows that don't require deep historical data. Drafting, summarizing, and information retrieval can deliver value even when data maturity is low.
Constraint 3, risk. Not every task should be automated. Customer promises, legal wording, medical or financial advice, HR-sensitive communications. Those need tighter controls. The right model for many businesses is AI drafts, humans approve.
Constraint 4, adoption. If AI lives in a separate app that nobody opens, It won't stick. AI works best when it appears inside existing tools. Your email, your help desk, your CRM, your docs. The easier it is to use, the more likely it becomes part of the day.
So what does a simple adoption plan look like? We like to think in 3 levels. Level 1 is personal productivity. Individuals using AI to write, summarize, brainstorm, or analyze. Low risk, fast payoff.
Level 2 is team workflows, shared prompts, shared templates, shared quality standards. For example, here's how we respond to refund requests, or here's how we write sales follow-ups, with AI doing the first pass and a person doing the final check.
Level 3 is automation and integration. Connecting AI to your systems so it can move information, trigger tasks, and update records. This level can be powerful, but it's where you need to be careful about permissions, privacy, and monitoring.
Let's talk about measurement, because SMBs need proof. If you can't measure it, you can't manage it, and you definitely can't justify it.
For efficiency, measure time saved per task, turnaround time, number of touches in a workflow, and cost per ticket or cost per lead handled. For effectiveness, look at customer satisfaction, first contact resolution, conversion rates, retention, quality scores, error rates, and rework.
Also measure adoption. How many people actually used it this week? In which workflows? If usage drops, that tells you the tool doesn't fit the process, or the process doesn't support the tool.
Now, a question we get a lot. Should we build our own AI solution or just buy something?
Most SMBs should start by buying or using AI features built into tools they already pay for. You're not trying to win an AI arms race. You're trying to run a better business. Building makes sense only when you have a unique workflow, enough volume, and a clear ROI.
And even then, the build might not mean building a model. It might mean building a set of automations and guardrails, templates, integrations, and internal knowledge base, permission rules, and audit trails.
Let's hit the concern most leaders have but don't always say out loud. What about confidentiality? Are we leaking data?
This is where you set policy. What kind of information is allowed? Customer PII, financial account details, private contracts. Maybe those are restricted. You decide which tools are approved and whether they're configured to avoid training on your data, if that option exists.
And in many cases, the simpler rule is, don't paste sensitive data into random tools. Use AI inside enterprise-grade or business-grade environments, and limit access based on roles.
Another risk is brand and accuracy. AI can generate something that sounds polished but isn't true. So a best practice is an approved facts source. Your product specs, pricing rules, warranty language, legal disclaimers. If the AI is pulling from a trusted internal document set, you reduce hallucinations.
That's also why we like the idea of a company voice and rules sheet. A one-page guide, how we talk, what we never claim, what we always include, and what escalation looks like. Then AI becomes consistent with your brand instead of improvising.
Let's switch gears to employees for a minute. If you're a leader, how do you introduce AI without making people feel replaced or monitored?
You frame it as workload relief and quality improvement, not surveillance. You invite the team to bring their most annoying tasks. People usually know exactly what drains time. Then you pilot with volunteers and share the savings.
And you train for judgment. The skill isn't just how to use a prompt. The skill is knowing when AI is helpful, when it's risky, how to verify output, and how to keep the human responsibility clear.
Okay, rapid fire. What assigns AI is a good fit for a task?
If the task is repetitive, text-heavy, rules-based, or involves summarizing lots of information, AI is often a great fit. If it's high-stakes, ambiguous, or requires deep domain expertise and accountability, then AI can assist but shouldn't be the final decision-maker.
And what assigns you're overdoing it?
If your team spends more time arguing with the tool than doing the work, if accuracy is declining, if customers are confused by inconsistent messaging, or if everyone has their own personal AI method and nothing is standardized.
So let's land this with a practical takeaway. If a listener wants to do something this week, what would you suggest?
Pick one workflow, one metric, and one safeguard. Workflow. Something like support responses, lead follow-ups, invoice processing, or meeting note summaries. Metric, time saved or turnaround time. Safeguard, human approval for anything customer-facing, at least in the beginning.
And write it down. Literally. Here's the before process. Here's the after process. Here's who approves. Here's where the source of truth lives. That's how AI becomes real business improvement instead of a toy.
Because in the end, AI's role in SMBs isn't to make your business feel futuristic. It's to make your day feel lighter, your operations tighter, and your outcomes more reliable.
And if you get that right, you don't just become faster. You become better.
That's it for today. Next time, we can get more specific and map out a few sample AI playbooks, like a support playbook, a sales playbook, and an ops playbook, so you can copy the structure and tailor it to your business.
Until then, keep it simple. Tool first, then process, then scale.